Now you're having a look at it, what do you think about the damage? Because that looks really bad.
It's got several things going on. Water damage, moisture lines all up here.
OK.
There's some sort of varnish that's all run.
And we want this picture looking
As
tip-top.
tip-top as we can.
So you're going to get it over to your bench and have a butcher's?
Yeah, go and do some tests and just make a plan, really.
OK. Well, if you could do that, what I'm going to do is get the frame over to Will so he can hopefully put it together. That'd be nice, isn't it? Cool.
OK. So this photograph's been produced on card, probably what's kept it from falling apart, really. There's watercolour tones on his shirt, and his face is just so lovely. So the end goal is really to make that more visible. So I'm going to start with the latex sponge, just very gently, before moving on to a moistened cotton swab.
With the surface dirt removed from the water-damaged photo, Louise is investigating the best way to deal with the streaks and stains.
So I'm discovering that this isn't a varnish, this is more of a glaze, which is a water-soluble coating, and it's that you see washed through his face. So I'm going to try and even up this area, and it can be done with a barely moistened cotton swab. So it's easier to remove the glaze in part and even it up because it's water-based. But, of course, underneath it is it's a hand-coloured photograph. So it's actually watercolour. You know, there's a sort of pink on his lips and blue on the helmet. So I've got to be very careful not to go too far. So it's just very, very slow. But I'll just sit here and keep going. I'm really happy with how Stephen's face looks now. These really damaged and mottled areas, there's actually surface loss here, and I think it could be from silverfish grazing. Now, silverfish is a small, prehistoric-looking thing, actually. It does look like a long beetle, and it's flat. It tends to hang around in bathrooms, damp areas. It loves damp paper, so it grazes on the top, just takes off the upper layer. So that leaves a very fibrous layer on the top, and we need to consolidate that. This consolidation is methyl cellulose. It acts as an isolating layer. For conservation, we never retouch onto the object. We always place down some of this gel, and that makes it reversible. So I let that dry, and then I return to it with my pigment. I retouch just with watercolours, just delicately in sort of small dots, and slightly just tone the areas which are particularly damaged, just so your eye is not drawn to them, but it's drawn more to Stephen's face.
Having worked her magic on the picture of a much-loved father and anti-apartheid activist, conservator Louise is reinstating the restored frame, using specialist techniques to preserve the picture for many years to come.
Conservation framing, it's very important to prepare the frame and line all these rebates using this white paper tape. It's a sort of acid-free gum tape. And it seals the glass so no dust, insects can get in the frame. Being that it's an oval frame, just got to ease the paper tape into place and just carry on like that all the way around. And then I think we can assemble it then.
This picture accompanied a family fleeing the apartheid regime of 1960s South Africa and bore the scars of all it had endured.